Hey, it's Dave with Explorenit.com, and this video is how to draw Mickey. This is the Mickey that we're going to be drawing in today's video. It's a smiling Mickey head. If you're coming from the intro, this is the right video. Let's get started. If you haven't seen the intro and you don't know our technique on how to do these, I encourage you to go back to the intro and then come back to this video. And the reason why I say that is because I set up all the tools we're using and the technique. So let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is draw our circle. And my circles are not really that great to start. So this is why this technique is important for some people. Like, that's a busted circle, right? But it won't be when we're done. And you want this to kind of be, you want this to be a little bit wider. Face it this way. Alright. That's a pretty good circle to me. I'm gonna take this and I'm going to move it down a little bit though, so that it's centered. Alright, and that's why I use iPad. I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit. Cut some of this out. Okay, now we're moving on to the next layer. And in this layer, we are going to make a reference point for Mickey's eyes. And it would help if I had the brush tool selected. So we're gonna make a reference point for his eyes. I'm gonna go with that right there. Like that. And again, like I said in the intro of this, we're making this into more of like a 3D object. The next thing we're gonna do is make a reference point for his nose. We'll start here. And we're gonna think here about how this ball would be shaped. I did this in the intro as well. We're looking at for perspective points here. Like, how would this ball be shaped if it was a ball? We're using layers. Started with a circle, and now we're transforming it into a 3D object. And look, the reason why we're doing this is that if you drew a line now like this, that's kind of what the ball would be, right? That's a perspective point that we're looking at. So the next step is we are going to draw Mickey's ear reference points. And I'm gonna start just above this right here. I'm gonna go this way right here. And that's what, I'm gonna redo that, because that's what I love about this pencil. If you draw with it like on the corner like that, it does what it emulates what it would be if you had a pencil like that. Okay, so we're gonna do his ear point here, and what we're doing with this reference is we're just kind of thinking like, look, that's our point, right? So we're gonna come up and we're gonna try and be like making some spots for his ears to go. I think that might be a little too tall for me. I'm gonna kind of come back in here. Okay, I think this one might be good. So this circle is gonna be where his ear is. I think I'm gonna take this up a little bit further too. Let's go up here. I'm gonna erase this. I'm gonna take his ear up to about right there. What we're looking for here is the same kind of distance between the two. So I'm gonna take this up just a little bit further. And that should be good right about there. Okay, so now that we have our ear reference points, we're gonna move on to his mouth area, and that'll be right here. And again, like I said, we're kind of thinking like we're looking at him this way. So let's go over here. And we're gonna draw a circle that goes through this reference point, down around here, and comes back like this. I want his nose to pop out here. I'm gonna do it a little more like this. All right. That's a good reference point. So in this particular instance, what you want to make sure you do is get this shape right. You're going to cut through that reference point here and have it exit right on this point. And then you just want to shape it the way you think would be good. And in this particular video, if you pause and go forward and go backwards and go forwards and kind of hit all these different points, that's totally cool. That's why I'm doing this. I want to be able to share this with you guys. And I can't wait to see what you draw. So like I said in the intro, when you're done with this, put your drawing in the comments on this video. I want to see what it looks like. Next, we're going to do his ears. So let's, oh, and I made a mistake there. I'm not going to go back, but put it on the same layer. That's fine. That's not a big issue. Here are his ears. Let's draw some circles for Mickey's ears. And what we're trying to do is we want to make this circle go through these two reference points. So there's one ear. Now here's the other ear. We're going to start it here, we're going to start it there, and we're going to make it go through those two reference points. There you go. I'm digging that. I like it, I like it. Now, the reason why we do these reference points is you just want perspective. You want to make sure it all looks equally the same. Like if I drew this so much bigger over here, it would look awkward. So we're using reference points and we're just drawing everything. We're building layers on layers on layers until we finally have our finished Mickey. Next, let's draw his nose. For his nose, because his nose should be going like this, I'm gonna come in here and fix this. I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna redo that. I wanted it to stick out a little bit further off of this. So let's go in here and do his nose. We're gonna draw this again. And we're gonna do it from here. We want it to kick through this one. I need it out a little bit more. So that looks good to me. That looks pretty good to me. All right, now his nose is going to go through here. So I'm gonna start his nose like this in a little bean shape. That's what we're gonna do. And now he's starting to look like Mickey, right? Not bad, huh? So let's do his eyes now. These are the reference points for his eyes. So this is one side, this is his left eye, this is his right eye. Let's come in here. I want to use my reference point and I want to draw his eye. Draw his eye over here as well. All right, there's his eyes. Now we're gonna start his mouth too. What we're looking for on his mouth is just a little dip. It's gonna start just past these reference point connections and we're gonna end it right there. Dip down a little bit more. All right, that's good for me. That'll be the bottom of his mouth when he's smiling. Let's add another reference point right here on his mouth. And do a little swoosh. Do a little swoosh from this reference point. And kicked it up towards the middle of his circle there. And you can see what that looks like before and after. Next, let's draw the cool little circles that go around his eyes. And we're gonna do that by coming up here and draw from this reference point right here, from the connection in between his nose and the third dimension shape. We're gonna start there and we're gonna swoop it up this way. All right, and then now we're gonna do a final one here. All right. And if you find that you made a mistake somewhere and it's not looking like how you want it to look, pause, rewind, delete, try again. You know, don't throw the piece of paper away. Use your eraser and shape it the way you want it to. Like right now, I want to go back and I want to fix this ear, which is this layer right here. Let's say I want to fix this one ear. I can come in and I can use the eraser and I can just redo that whole ear, like without any issues. You know, do that. If your paper starts to look smudgy and crappy, it's okay. The final product will ink over it. So like this is just all reference points. Let's say I want to go up here. I want more depth over on this side of his ear. I want it to look like that. See? So like, there you go. If you're finding that the perspective is different or it's wrong, then just go in and fix that one area. You can use your eraser. Let's say I want to make this ear a little bit bigger now, because now it's starting to look like Mickey's ear needs to be bigger. So there we go. And we can go over here and do the same thing on this one. Just manipulate a little bit until you get what you want. These are all reference points at this point in time. Okay, next I'm gonna draw what would be the edge of Mickey's mouth. So let's make a new layer. Slide it up here. And I'm gonna draw it from this reference point down here. All right, looking good, right? Let's connect his mouth. And from this reference point right here, let's draw another little swoosh that connects up here. And this is his smile. Yeah, man, Mickey's a happy guy, right? And I'm gonna make a little indentation right there. All right. What do you think? He's starting to look like Mickey, right? Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna group all these layers. And select all, select multiple. Boop, 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 boop. And I'm going to merge those layers into this one, so I can turn it off and on. Now what that's gonna allow me to do also is that's gonna make it a reference. I can take the opacity and tone that down a little bit. And then now I've got a good reference. And I can take this and I can do another one on top, and I've got all the areas that I want, and my Mickey's drawn out. So what we're gonna kind of do is like a pre-inking kind of thing. We're gonna go in here and we're going to take our pencil and we're gonna just kind of trace over all of our parts that we just made. So we made our references, right? We made our areas that we wanted, and we want Mickey's head to start. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna connect him here. Spin him around. I'm gonna connect him here. I'm gonna connect him here. This part comes out over the ears. Spinning stuff all around here. I'm gonna connect him here. Connect him down here. Now I'm going to draw some of these parts here. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to connect this to this. Oops. Messed that one up, but you can always erase. And now I'm going to connect this part. And I'm going to connect this part. And I'm going to fix that right there. Whoops, it's too much. I'm going to fix that right there. And when we're all done with this, I'll show you how I'll go in and clean it up with the eraser too. I'm going to connect this part down here, his mouth. And we're going to stop right there because the nose is in front. That's kind of crap, but I'll fix that with an eraser here. And you can see here, let's try that again. You can zoom in like super close on these things. Let's say this was supposed to go this way, a little bit more. And then here is where I want to take this. And I'm just tracing, right? I'm tracing over the top of it into it like that. This was our smile. Because our Mickey's a happy Mickey. And come down here. We're going to connect this mouth. Goes up in that reference point. Now, the nose, we're not going to really outline this part so much over here because that's kind of just all one piece. But I do want to do his mouth and up into there. So let's go here. when I'm twisting these things, all I'm doing is just making it easier for my hand to do the movements I need to do. And we're gonna take them up to the nose there. The nose is in front. Anything that's in front always has the outline. I'm gonna come up here. We are going to spin him around this way. And we're going to use that connection point right there. Now here's his nose. Let's draw the nose. And we still want a little bit of this to come in to about his eyes. So let's come down here, connect that right there. Now we're gonna draw his eyes. And that should be our Mickey. What do you think? Huh? Not bad, right? I mean, not perfect yet, but not bad. So turn our reference points back on, and we can see there's some areas that I want to fix here, like that's busted, this is busted. So we'll go in and we'll use our eraser here and just clean this up. I don't want that on there. Get rid of this here. And you can just redo the parts that are busted. Like, watch this. And go in here and just do that. And I can go down here and I can do this. And I can go over here and I can do this. And I can take my eraser and I can do this. Alright, so the issue there is that the pen, the eraser tool is too big. So let's take that. And look, I can just come in here and I can erase this stuff. And you can make it as perfect or as not perfect as you want. I'll take this now and I will go and I will redraw that circle so that it's exactly what I want. And like I said, you can make it as perfect or as not perfect as you want. Let's connect this guy here. This is why your reference points are so important. And this is why the technique of just using the eraser and redrawing and redrawing and redrawing until you have what you want. This is why anybody can draw Mickey if you use this technique. So that's looking better. I'm gonna fix this right here. And there we go. Now let's add a few more steps. We're gonna add some depth. I'm gonna take this part, because this part's supposed to be dark on Mickey. So I'm gonna draw another layer and hide it under there. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna color this part of him. This part's supposed to be black or dark on him if you look at him. You can do this a couple different ways. You can get this in Illustrator and you can select that area and then color it if you want more of a 3D look. I'm going for a rough drawing look on this one, so I'm gonna just color him this way. I'm gonna increase my pen size just a little bit. And the only reason I'm doing it this way is because that's how I feel like it. You can do it however you want. Now that we've got the base part down, you can do this however you want. It's your world, it's your Mickey. You can do light sources if you want. You can get crazy with this. You can add as much detail in here as you want, or you can add as little detail as you want. Like, there's a lot of different ways to handle this. Looks like he's got hair. Let me do it this way. It's like a little cross-hatching technique going. All right, so I'm gonna make his keep coloring this in. Made a little mistake there. I'm gonna edit that. It's good. Now this part I don't like, so let's color over this. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's go in and give him some eyes. Oh, his nose too. I want to color his nose. Let's do this. Let's color all of his nose. Do the outside first. And like I said, you can add dimension if you want. You can add like lighter and darker versions. You can take an eraser and go in and smudge it out. Like, you can do whatever you want. This is your Mickey. I'm drawing a flat Mickey. I don't want him to have any light sources right now. I want more of this like graphite pencil look. All right, and I want him to be looking at us. So from this perspective, I'm gonna have his eyes do this. There's one eye. Here's the other eye. He's looking down this way. Pew, pew. And then I'm going to do his mouth. Give him a tongue here. And you can do this two ways. You can either make this the dark part, or I'm gonna make this the dark part, because I feel like his tongue should be the highlight of that particular area. Let's get in here and zoom in real close. There we go. So that's that. Let me take my eraser, clean it up. Maybe his ears could be darker also. But yeah, let's go ahead and color his ears. One of the things I love about this technique is when you make a mistake like this, you can just go with your eraser, clean it up like that. Let's go back in here. We're drawing Mickey's ear. We're drawing Mickey's ear. Good. I'm a bad singer. That's looking like kind of crappy. I'm just kind of quickly coloring this in so that we can finish this video, but trying to blend this all together so that you can see it, what it looks like here. Let's do this too, and then we'll be done, I think. And then I want to see what you guys do with these. I want to see what colors you use. I want to see how you do them. I want to see like what would be some. Did you use different lighting techniques? Did you change the way that he looks? Did you change the perspective? Did you do it backwards? How'd you do it? Share your pictures. I want to see. But that's our Mickey right there. Let's hide everything. You can see him. And there's your first one. What do you think, guys? Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Up next, we're going to do another Mickey face. He's going to be looking a completely different direction. But this is our very first entry into this series. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to change anything. Leave a comment below. Share your drawings. Share your drawings either on facebook.com/Explorenit or on our Instagram account, Explorenit with an underscore, because somebody has Explorenit and they're not using it. And if they want to give it to me, I'd love to talk to them. Or share an Imager link on this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. I look forward to doing the next one with you. Please subscribe to the channel so you'll know when we post a new Mickey video. And if you want to see any of our theme park videos, I'm always out at the parks trying to go on an adventure with you. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you soon.